McPhail, we're ready to set sail. Tell Dougie. Some intrepid submariners have we here. Well, welcome aboard. But first, a bit of health and safety. As you can see, this is a glass-bottomed submarine, so do not step on the glass, otherwise it may break and you will plunge into the depths of the Forth and Clyde Canal, and there are creatures down there that will gobble you up. There are supermarket trolleys that have been known to eat a child whole. And also, take one last look out of the portholes at the banks of the Canal of Maryhill. It's the last time you can see it for several thousand years. So, are you ready for an adventure?
Yes.
Are you ready for the journey of a lifetime?
Yes.
Are you ready for a roller coaster ride through time?
Yes.
Well, you've come to the right place, because welcome to my Submarine Time Machine. It's a time machine that is actually a submarine in the form of a washing machine in the guise of a tangerine in the style of a trampoline. Yes, it's my submarine plasticine limousine. And we can go back in time, forward again, back in time, up, down, sideways, round and round, diagonally, and round the garden like a teddy bear. And that's me, Captain Smith, time-travelling teddy bear, extraordinaire. Oh, and my ship, once set for decommission, is now poised for intergalactic expedition. Yes, sir, we are on a mission of the highest ambition in time transmission. We're in fine condition and in prime position, and with your permission, I'll turn the ignition, and I get carried away. I always get carried away at that bit. Would you like to be carried away?
Yeah.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you say the word and we'll be off? We'll be off like a shot, like birds like arrows to all our yesterdays and all our tomorrows. All I need to do is engage the flux capacitor. And young lady, what is your name? Would you like to be today's flux capacitor engager? It's a very onerous responsibility. On the count of three, I need you to pull it back as fast as we can and as hard as you can, and we shall sink beneath the waves. Hold on tight, our journey is about to begin. After 3, 1, 2, 3, go dive! 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 Whoa, now where shall we go to? Shall I choose? Yeah, because I'll show you the best sights, the best views. Let's go back in time. Way back when life was one big party, back to 1930, way down memory lane, when the canal was full and it was busy. There was Wayne swimming, jumping in, getting dizzy, but they say below there was a plug, and a wee boy found it, pulled it hard, and glug, the canal drained of water, and everyone's son and daughter was sucked clean out of sight. And today's the very day those Waynes dived in to pull the plug. See if you can spot them anywhere. There's one there. There's another. Give him a wave, he'll wave back. There's something very important. You must promise me this. If you see the plug, you've got to promise not to pull it out, because if you pull that plug out, we'll be sucked down the plug hole into the Maryhill subvortexual time tunnel U-bend, and you do not want that, I promise you. Right, as long as we don't see the plug, it means it's still in place and we're okay. It's not up there.
Yes.
Oh no, they pulled the plug out, we need to get out of here. Do you want to go to another time?
Yes.
Right, let's go another time. We shall head to 19, 4 and 50. Yes, when people were mean and tight and thrifty, and although they looked nifty, were pretty shifty and indulging in petty crime. Now, they say in this water there's bars of gold and hosts of treasures untold down here in the deep, deep below, unknown to Glasgow, but I don't know. I've never seen any bars of gold in Maryhill. That was through the local nets when I found them and sold them in Gumtree, but bars of gold! That's the stolen treasure of an old pirate captain. He melted it down into bars of gold in the old furnace up there, but the barrel it was in rolled down the hill and fell into the canal and he lost it all. But that's not the only treasure in this canal, because where we're going, 1914, to see a ship that had run aground. We're going to take the long way around, and there's a crowd of folk all going balmy to get the booty in their hands all clammy and making that homeward bound. And do you see these barrels? They're barrels of whiskey. And when the locals found out there was whiskey galore on board the Pufferani, they raided it, and the whiskey was never seen again. But that weekend in Maryhill there was a party, the likes of which had never been seen before or since, which for Maryhill is saying something. And quite often the fish get a bit tipsy because the whiskey leaks out. But here, is this all just a bit too crazy, eh? Does this make no sense? All right then. What if we went back, a timely throwback and travel 100 years whence, to a gentler place, a slower pace, when life wasn't so tragic and we believed in fairies and wishes and magic. Do you see these lights? These lights, they're the newborn fairies. They're born down here in the canal bed. And it's only when they're old enough to break the water's surface they sprout their wings and fly off. Now, a fairy sheds its wings every 1,000 years, so if you're lucky and keep your eyes peeled, you might find a set of fairy wings on the canal. At Being Mary Hill, they're urban fairies, so they're not timid. So one of them, I mean, if you're lucky, it might come up and land in your hand. See if you can grab one. Oh, look, there's one. Go, let's try, go, let's go. It's gone. It's flown off to infinity, and that's where fairies live. But fairies live forever in infinity, but only if children believe in them. If a child says it doesn't believe in fairies, a fairy drops down dead. You all believe in fairies, don't you?
Yes.
Well, they're all safe in infinity, because that's where we are going now. Infinity! It's a place beyond time and space, beyond the clouds. Now, the great Glasgow do, they say, has taken to the sky. So let's keep these up here, and don't be afraid. Let's just fly. Now, a do is a Glasgow word for a pigeon. But the great Glasgow do is a wee bit different, is there? The great Glasgow do is a cross, as you can see, between a crow and an eagle. It's a Mary Hill species called a creagle. And there it looks down over Mary Hill, and there's Fir Hill, that's where my team Partick Thistle play. And every time our mascot, the creagle, flies over Fir Hill, Partick Thistle win. It doesn't fly over very often. Oh, I mentioned Fir Hill, Partick Thistle. Oh, have I got a treat for you? Oh, McPhail, 1971, full steam ahead. We're going to the 70s. I'm going to show you the time of a football game. I was there. Oh, I remember the ahs, the ohs, the handballs, the kicks, the throws, the thrills, the goals, the penalties. When my team, Partick Thistle, beat Celtic 4-1 in the cup final, and that is the very ball they used. I go back to 1971 very often to relive that day. I'm going to keep going back till Thistle win the cup again. Might be going back for a while. Sorry, this wasn't meant to happen. Sorry, I don't know where we are. This is 1945, in the middle of the war. See, I don't like this, it takes me back. But don't worry, I'll get us out of here before we come under attack. These are enemy mines. We must be in Normandy. They were terrible times. That was my longest day. Now, keep your eye on the path through the maze, and don't blink, don't avert your gaze. Hold your breath. No noise, because there's radar up there. Don't make a sound. Don't make them aware. Okay, you can breathe out. But don't be afraid. If you trust in me, we'll go this way, then that way, and we should be home, safe and free. Okay, guys, not much longer. Our time here is nearly done, so back to today, where you can see now and then the canal full of life, full of fishermen. Oh, and a fish that weighs a ton. They say it's just a rumour, no one's ever caught it, so you give a shout if you spot it. There it is. That's not any old fish, that is a pike. It's been in this canal for 24 years, it's 6 feet long. There he is again. The local fishermen know it as Torpedo Jaw. I know her as Maureen. But Maureen feasts and feeds on children's toes. It wouldn't be the first time. We had a bunch of wains sitting at the banks of the canal and Maureen has leapt out and bitten their toes off. It's attracted by the smell. But you sure put that? What kind of cheese have you got on your feet? It's coming down, it's going under the submarine. Oh, let's hope it's not going for your cheesy toes. Cheesy pasta's bad enough, but your cheese. Oh, it's coming, hold on! Dougie McPhail, take us to the future, quick! Urgent, we'll be away before... We're okay, we're safe in the future. But see, time, eh? What's it like? It's ace, it's zooming about all over the place, and maybe yous now, like me, will look at it differently. Because a wise man once told me this phrase, and I've remembered it all my days. It's not the moments in life that matter. It's the life in these here moments. Them's my words to Mark. You just can take them with you when you disembark. So I'm going to get you home now.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have now reached our final destination. On behalf of Submarine Time Machine, we wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey.
But if your onward journey is going to take you down the canal, you'll find out lots more all about the wee tasters you've heard here today. You'll find out more about the boy who pulled the plug in the canal, how the bars of gold got there, the whiskey galore cargo from the Puffer Annie, oh, the great Glasgow do, the 1971 for Hill Cup final, the Fairies that live in the banks, Torpedo Jaw, wartime in the canal, hundreds and millions. But for the moment, I have to wish you bon voyage. Say all bon voyage.
Bon voyage.
You may take your headset off. I am going back to 1971 again to see this'll win the cup. Bon voyage.